So I've been talking a lot about core energies and the types of mechanics that's going on under the surface of the planet and other celestial bodies as well, or on the surface of the sun, what have you. So I'm going to try and explain why the Earth is currently heating, which in my opinion, the gases in the air have little effect on that. Okay, it's really kind of a minor thing. Why it's actually doing that is because as we're taking oil from the outer surfaces, or the surface layers of the Earth's core, that much more highly conductive, highly charged, and hotter mass is coming up from underneath as it blows out. As we weaken that top surface, that energy comes towards the surface, so it causes a heating effect, which would be the reason for a more distributed heating surface as well. Yeah, so I mean, it heats. But what's actually happening, like in the grand scheme of things and looking long term, as that heat is being released from the Earth's core is actually cooling. So even though it's heating on the surface, underneath there it's cooling because it's losing that mass. So what's eventually going to happen is that mass is going to keep releasing. It's going to keep spreading out and cooling itself. Eventually it's going to run out of heat, and then we're going to have a mass cooling. Now, this isn't a mini ice age we're talking about. We're talking about this is an ice age of the ice age of the ice age of the end of the planet. So we got to stop our oil consumption. Is the only way to stop it. You can talk about putting carbons and stuff back in there. In fact, once upon a time, I talked about making vitamins for the Earth's core, which is, you put these vitamins into the Earth's core and hopefully they'd melt and repressurize it. But that takes a lot of energy to do, and do we even have enough mass or the capability to do that? Because we might not even be able to inject the mass deep enough into the core, and that's a whole another ballpark of theoretical science that could go bad. The best way is to just stop releasing that energy from the core. So I think that explains it, eh? Hot mass comes up to the surface, heats the surface, and then eventually we run out of the ability to do that, and then we have a major ice age after it cools. So, all right, there you go. Have a good one, guys.